So where is it we're going again?
I already told you. It's supposed to be a surprise. And you'll find out real soon anyway.
But I want to know now. Give me a hint. Now.
All right. I find us a trip somewhere warm where we can enjoy some of the great outdoors.
Gross. I don't want to touch grass. You can't make me.
How about this then? You play Warhammer, so you like those plastic miniatures and stuff? Imagine those, but bigger, and they move on their own.
Wait a minute. You're not saying what I think you're saying, are you?
Ooh, I think I got a little carried away with the hint giving there.
You booked us a fucking trip to Dressrosa, didn't you? Do I look 7 to you? I don't want to hang out with in the land of misfit toys and murder. I'd rather watch Foxy dunk on straw hats for 12 episodes again than mingle with sentient nutcrackers' self-driving Hot Wheels cars.
Don't say the F word so loudly. You'll summon Brendan. He's supposed to be laying low after the incident.
Foxy. Ow!
There's more where that came from, so shut your pie hole. We've already gone through all the hoops of the airport, and we're at the gate. Look, they've even just begun boarding, so let's go already.
Oh.
Devin, if you just get on the damn plane, I promise we'll do a Berserk recording when we get back.
You promise?
Yeah, yes, I promise. Good thing I crossed my fingers on that one. That could have been bad. All right, put your seatbelt on. The pilot is about to speak to us.
Greetings, passengers. This is your captain speaking. We'll be making a direct flight from Tontada International Airport to Corrida Colosseum. We are cleared for takeoff, but there's a bit of congestion on the runway, so it'll be a moment before we take flight. In the meantime, allow me to give you a quick summary of what's going on around town. As we speak, there's a big tournament going down at the Colosseum, with competitors vying for a chance to win the Mera-Mera no Mi. Last update I received was C Block is drawing to a close, with crowd favorite newcomer Lucy squaring off against the infamous Don Chinjao. Our comrades under the flower fields have made contact with our legendary heroes' new friends, Zorolando and Fredlando. There's a few more friends scattered about the island, particularly the ones facing Giola on their ship. I'm sure they'll be alright though. Also a reminder, passengers, don't be alarmed by the slight shaking as we sit here on the runway. Trafalgar Law is handling a situation above ground as we expect. Wow, I am fuck. I'm so close to
He
the
is fucked. He is fucked. The pilot is fucked. Oh God, we're gonna crash.
Something's wrong with the pilot. Maybe this was a bad idea, Devin.
Oh God, take us home. I don't want to go on this plane. Get me off of this plane. Get me off. No.
I don't know how to recover from this man.
You could have just said the last line. No, too late now. It's over.
Hold on. I can make it.
No,
scratch everything I said.
No, that's definitely
I just want to thank you all again for your patience and for choosing to fly with us here on Tontada Airlines.
Never taken this airline again.
Same.
The fucking peanuts are plastic too. This is gross.
You got peanuts?
They were under the seat.
Oh, well, that's why they were gross then.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting them to be made of plastic.
Wait, were they like packing peanuts?
Hey, take a look.
I don't want to.
Here, look.
No, get rid of them.
Look.
Get rid of them.
Look. No. Eat them.
I will not eat the plastic peanuts.
I will not be alone.
You definitely will. I'm not putting those shit in my mouth.
I just want to say thank you to both of you for saving the dumpster fire that is this fucking attempt at a bit, because I couldn't perform. I'm sorry, boys.
It's okay. Our plane crashed.
Damn.
Because the pilot was too busy trying to recover his psyche to finish flying the plane, and the co-pilot was nowhere to be found.
What you don't know is that your pilot literally just woke up before he got into the cockpit, and his brain was still mush.
Join us on our episodes of Lost coming out. We're going to start recording Lost now. Do you guys get that plane crash?
Yeah, no, I get that reference.
Yeah.
I think I saw Lost. No, I didn't. But I saw commercials on Channel 7. I got most of it, I think.
When you were like 5?
I was probably 7. Well, I was probably 7 when it started. By the time it fucking ended, damn near half a decade later, if not longer. Who knows how old I was. So yeah, we watched One Piece this week. That was supposed to be a funny intro bit that I can't wait to listen back to it just absolutely crumble in my hands about how I The one and possibly only time I've ever come up with a bit all on my own. Well, at least like the concept. You guys did the workshopping for the first part, and then I did a summary part. But
I didn't do fucking shit.
Yeah, I don't know where this you guys is.
I like to believe Devin helped you along the way.
He gave me. I asked him his opinion on what he would say, in 2 specific scenarios, and he went, "This is what I would do," and I went, "Great, thanks."
Well,
That was
Devin would
Devin's
get a
contribution.
He would get a participation trophy, all right? He's better than nothing. But yeah, the fact that I kind of came up with an idea all on my own for the first time ever, and I fucking flopped it, bro. I was given the pass. I was given the freest fucking outside the box shot, the freest 3, and I just fucking. When you hit,
rimmed
you know what's embarrassing? When you take a shot in basketball and you hit like the rim or the backboard, and you hit it in such a way where the ball immediately just like perfectly jumps back to you. It was like, let's try that again, buddy. Like fucking boomerang effect.
The perfect basketball reference for this instance is like you shot the ball, and you know like that space between like the rim and the backboard, like where like on the side.
Yeah.
Your ball got lodged.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it didn't bounce. It's there. No one could play the game now. Until the janitor comes with like a ladder and like pops it out, or like we throw another basketball out it. God, we're really not recovering from this.
No, we're not.
I just
Still,
wanted to
can't
let
help
you guys
this.
kind of sit in whatever you were talking about for a second. You two need to do something to wake yourselves up, but I don't know what it is, but something's got to change. Justin like just woke up from a nap, and Devin's got the itis from eating dinner already.
To be fair, I also just woke up.
All right, well there you go. That's the core of our problem is sleep here.
Yeah, I did not get good sleep of the few
I
hours
slept
I allowed
too
to have
much.
before this recording. So yeah, we watched One Piece this week. What's up? How you guys doing?
I'm chilling.
I'm doing all right. I had to catch up a lot.
Yeah, but did you have to catch up more than Brendan like last week or the week before?
Let
I have
Brendan
no
the next
idea how
time he
much
comes
he
on this
needed.
recording.
Yeah, that too. Oh yeah, Brendan's not gonna be here for like another week, I think, right?
Something to that effect, maybe. I don't know. The schedule's kind of wonky right now because of what we're going to do later this week.
I'm glad you know whatever that is, because I sure has no idea what it is.
All I know is that the next time Brendan's even on the recording, he'll have to watch another like 12 episode set again.
Poor guy, working man.
Yeah. Sucks to suck.
By the way,
So
it's December, so like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
we're gonna start doing double block recordings again.
At some point. Yeah. Gonna have to do that.
Can't wait for that. Those are the best. Anyway, closing the curtain.
Devin, what were you going to say?
So apparently I had 2 called it's,
You
I guess.
had
Question
one last week.
but I also got one this week.
What's the one this week?
Yeah, what's the one
No,
this week?
Bart.
Bart.
Huh?
What about
Bart is a super fan.
That was my fucking theory. What are you talking about?
that was definitely a
No
shared
fucking
one
shot.
at
What are you
best. What
talking
the fuck?
about? There's no way you're claiming that right now.
I did, because I said specifically that it was the duality of man, that the sword guy was the antithesis of hating Luffy, while Bart is going to be
At most, you added on to what I said. I
Yeah.
definitely said it first.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'm taking it.
No, fuck you. You had your stupid thing last week, and I don't even remember what it was, but it wasn't even really It was like the fucking
hold on. He
factory
guessed
being
where the
underneath
fucking
this
factory was.
colosseum.
Yeah, don't say that was nothing, all right? He might have done it, like he might have made the assumption like haphazardly with like no real like thought put into his statement, but he did it nonetheless, all right? Let's put some respect on this guy, all right?
He just kind
Even
of
if he
like
doesn't
threw it out
fucking
there, and
deserve
then he went back on it afterwards anyway.
The Devin special. Make a really bold and mildly correct claim and then just fucking back out on it, you know? Or you make a correct claim, but then double down too hard where somehow you ended up wrong again.
I know this was my called it because I had theorized that Bart had become a super fan after the war at Marineford and seeing how against the man Luffy was and being starstruck with that. What I didn't calculate was that Bart has been a fan for much longer than that.
That I did not see.
About double the length of time. Well, actually, that's not true. It was like an extra, I don't know, 6 months at best or a year. I don't know. Whenever the beginning of the series was that they were at Logetown, that's how I know that this was mine. Trying to come in here and fucking undermine me. Cap my nuts.
Do you really want someone to pop a cap in your nuts, bro?
No.
You want me to bust a cap in your nuts? All right, hold still.
I don't need them anyway.
Cup check.
Give me your jingle bells. Oh man!
Wow, this is
that was surprising.
Was it?
Like the fact that it was Logetown.
Oh, that was pretty funny.
Like I wasn't surprised at all, but like there was a lot of things where I was not surprised at all. Like Don Chinjao's head. Like the only thing, like that wasn't a surprise to me. The what's it called? Bart. Bart was a surprise though, like of how far back it was. Also his haircut.
You mean his haircut back in the day being the the what do you call it? Like Frankie's old haircut. Yeah, pompadour. Yeah, like that. That was pretty funny.
Oh, yeah.
He did really look like a greaser back then.
My man had a glow up. He had a face.
He
Honestly,
did, yeah.
if I had the hair for it, I would have had a greaser phase when I was in middle school, especially after reading.
I think you definitely had the hair for it. You just didn't do it.
You know what? You're right. At a certain point, before I shaved my head in middle school, my hair had like the shape or hold or whatever you want to call it, where like I could slick it back with enough fucking hair product. My hair can't do that no more.
You had the long hair. Could have done it.
I definitely didn't have long hair.
You had long hair.
Oh, you're thinking about that yearbook photo I showed you, aren't you?
Could be. But I know you had longish hair at some point, whether it was real or not.
I definitely didn't have long hair. I'll tell you about that yearbook photo later.
No, I get that, but all right, we can move on.
Two people that no one's ever going to know about.
No, yeah, we don't need to talk about this anymore. I want to go back to what Devin said. When you are saying that you weren't surprised about Don Chinjao, are you saying you weren't that surprised when Luffy undid?
Yeah.
Okay.
The gamer dent?
Yeah, he undid the gamer dent.
You mean Tyler won in like 40 years?
Actually, honestly, when I look at Tyler Dent, oh my god.
Tyler Dent.
Tyler 1, I'm sorry. That slipped out. That was a Freudian slip. When I look at Tyler 1 now, I just kind of look at the shape of his head. I'm like, yo, he's halfway to Chinjao, bro. He's
absolutely.
I think I can see the dent forming, honestly.
He just needs a beard.
Yeah, I don't think Tyler 1 is capable of doing the facial hair look, though. I think he's got eternal baby face.
Listen, if he can cosplay his beard or facial hair for his Draven stuff, he can find a fucking old man beard to replace Don.
Yeah,
do it, buddy. Sound it out.
Sorry, that was me flatlining. Can I just say that I love the fact that Christian, when you first mentioned the term gamer dent, I had removed that term from my brain at that point, so you reminded me. And it was funny the first time you said it. And then you just said it a couple times after, and now it's just permanently stuck in my brain, living there rent-free, and it is so fucking funny.
It's great. I love it.
It is.
I'm glad it can have this effect on your life.
You have made my life 2% better. Thank you.
Sweet. That's what I strive for, making people's lives 2% better at a time.
Now I'm going to think about his 2% milk and wondering if Christian has trying to undo that or has caused it.
2% chunky milk.
That's cheese. You're just making cheese.
Well, it's like halfway to cheese. It's not quite there yet.
But you said chunky milk.
Yeah. So, the end of the Block C fight, everybody.
That was pretty sick when they went Dragon Ball Z on us.
Yeah, it's about the best part of the whole thing. Not gonna lie, the overall fight in these episodes between Luffy and Don Chinjao was kind of boring because it was just exchange a bunch of blows, story time, exchange a bunch of blows, story time. And then finally we put the dent, we reverse dent him.
We undent.
We undent. We reverse denting Don Chinjao.
Knock his ass through the fucking floor. kind of cool.
Yeah, and then he falls straight down, cracks the stage in half. But don't worry, they're gonna put the stage back together in about 15 minutes somehow. So it's
I wish like American like road crews could work that fast.
oh my god, yeah.
Like Jesus Christ, that's a lot of stone to move.
No, it's
Yeah,
like they're like Legos. You just kind of set them back together, you know?
Oh, okay. I'm kind of missing I don't see the texture there, but I'll take your word for it, I guess. Unless they got somebody with the fix fruit.
Listen, we got somebody who can turn people into toys. We got somebody to fix the stage, is all I'm saying.
Also, I gotta mention, because I know I'm catching up, but the jacket fruit.
I appreciate you having a visceral reaction, because Christian didn't seem nearly as disgusted as I was in that episode.
The idea of that, like, does the person inside feel the inside? Like, what does that feel like?
Them is asking the
like,
real
I get
questions.
it. The magic is like, oh, they become one, but it's like I'm just imagining putting on a skin suit of someone else's, and it's just,
How one is the one? How one is my oneness with you? You know?
yeah, like, that is.
I
so
imagine it's a
gross.
little like putting on a latex suit, right? Where you got to lube up the inside of it a little bit just to make sure
yeah, but
you're
that
in.
too
I'm sorry, you gotta
wouldn't
lube up
raw.
a latex suit?
Well,
Oh,
yes, you do.
Today I learned
Yeah, you have to, otherwise you get like
chafing.
rashes and shit.
Yeah, well, not necessarily chafing since it's so skin tight, but like putting it on and off, you're just gonna rub your skin off.
And I barely have skin. Oh my god.
So
Yeah, they
what
put,
I'm
like-
saying is the jacket fruit probably comes with natural lubrication because it's
Wow,
already
I
coming.
hate-
Because the sweat. It's so warm.
I mean- Yeah.
that was so gross. I do want to make a comment though about the other guys, like during the Don Chinjao fight,
hmm
how his are they his sons? I'm trying to remember.
Grandchildren.
Grandchildren.
They're just vibing in the water.
Dude,
Like-
I that annoyed me a little bit because I made the comment to myself. I was like, boy, I guess the fighting fish are also watching this fight because they're sure as shit not eating anybody in
I
the water
assume it's
anymore.
because they're quote still knocked out from the first, Conquerors hockey, reflection. But at the same time, like, why aren't all these other people knocked the fuck out?
well,
Like, what?
They weren't in the
Reasons.
DOT or the AOE. Yeah, they weren't in the
yeah,
AOE.
we still need spectators, so so we left some of the. They have plot armor.
They had plot armor, hockey plot armor.
Yeah.
Oh god, but just like watching them just like floating there, like, dude, you were knocked out cold and now you're just wide awake like nothing happened.
Yep.
Definitely interesting.
That's one word for it. But how about we rewind slightly to what happened at the beginning of the first episode
The
with
airport.
with the underground airport.
So Christian, you're gonna love this.
Oh boy.
Justin had spoiled this because
Oh my god.
mildly, because
Spoiled is a
like,
strong
there's an
term.
airport. Yeah, it was like I was just about to record, and he was gonna ask a question. He like asked a question to me like for like permission for the bit. He was like, "Would it make sense to do an airport bit?" And I was like, "What?" And he goes, like, I forgot the exact context for it. Regardless, he mentioned it. So then I'm sitting there watching my episodes, and as soon as I see the airport, I audibly laugh. And I was like, Justin, there's a motherfucking airport. What the fuck?
I had the exact same reaction because I do not remember this at all for my first watch. I'm like, when the fuck was there an airport? How the fuck do I not remember this?
To which, when they showed the people at the airport, like their what was it, their Air Force, fucking, I saw a beetle. And I was like, oh my God, Heracleson.
He saw Rhino Beetle Bond and he was like, Heracleson, is that you?
What did they do to you?
My boy. Look how they've massacred my boy.
I can't believe there's a whole ass fucking airport. I
That
also
was
like
incredible.
it is incredible how One Piece universe, like I felt this way in Naruto when Naruto would bring out like fucking like walkie talkies. Cause like you look at those universes
and you don't see a whole lot of like modern technology, and then
But
you
then all
do,
of a
and you're
sudden
like,
it's like,
what the
bam.
fuck is going on? Like
Yeah.
if there was ever like if One Piece ever just busted out GPS, I'd lose my fucking shit. I'd be like, where's the timeline? Where are we, man? I can't. I've
Yeah.
lost the thread.
Yeah, we've got what do you call those things that they have on their wrists? The dials.
Oh my god. Skypeans invented
Load-
GPS. Holy
load
shit.
dials?
I know they're not. No, I don't mean literally the dial. I mean the not a compass thing.
Log post?
Log
Question mark?
pose.
In the
There we go.
sauce.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
They have poses with like built-in GPS now. It's just we don't even bother with this like natural magnetic frequency thing anymore. We're just like, yeah, the next island's over there. Just you start hearing a light British accent coming from the log pose, and you're like, oh no. Log poses have Siri integration now.
So yeah, what about the
Oh,
airport?
man.
I feel like you didn't actually get to say anything about it.
Oh, I thought it was hilarious. So, I saw the whole airport thing, and they had the two squads that were beetles and bees, and it was loosely because they had two small tontadas that had also consumed the bug model beetle and bug model wasp or bee, whichever one it was, fruits. So they had two tontadas, which, man, that must have been a hell of a time to get them to eat those fruits, because those fruits are like 16 times the size of them.
Well, they only need one bite, apparently. That's the official canon. You need one bite of a dough fruit. Don't even need to eat the whole fucking shit. Just one bite and you got it.
Right, but you're like compelled to eat the whole thing. So if they had eaten the entire thing, man, that would have been...
It would be a process.
that would have been a thing and a half, man.
No!
Imagine a week of awful poison food.
Yeah, and it tastes awful also canonically. So but then the bugs were great, but then they had those sick ass blue fox things.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Those things were awesome looking.
And those were, quote, the buses.
Those were the buses because they're just normal sized foxes.
Okay, no, you can't tell me they're normal sized foxes, because a normal sized fox could not hold an Usopp, all right? They're like a little bit bigger. They're like above average
Nine-tailed
size.
foxes, though.
And their fucking backs are swole as shit, because I don't think any fox in our universe.
All right, I guess
could
you're
hold a
right. They
person.
are slightly, they're like wolf-sized foxes, and then even then maybe they're bigger. But they
I loved
are
their hats.
What happened?
I loved their hats.
Oh yeah, they were adorable, and their tails functioned as big cushions.
I
Great.
would
I
love
wanna
to
ride a
have seen
fox.
it if like the reason their tails were made that way was because they could run so fucking fast that like you need the tail to kind of like keep you on board. It's just like Usopp's like, oh cool, we're gonna go for a nice race. Just the G forces are just peeling his skin back into the fucking...
See, I can't wait for the inverse, where they're just walking and the bugs are like flying as hard as they can to keep up with the foxes. For like the little fairies like pedal to the metal on those fucking beetles, and like Usopp and them are like leisurely strolling down the
I don't actually know if that's true or not. I would not be surprised if it is.
Oh yeah,
They're definitely booking. I'm pretty sure we get a scene of them actually going down the tunnels, and the foxes have to run.
I could dream it was.
It's true.
I feel like that would have been.
I prefer
hilarious.
Christian's way,
Funny.
but given, I don't know, my assumptions about One Piece, I wouldn't be surprised if Devin's correct here. I sure hope he's not, honestly, but
You
here we
should
are.
know the answer.
We also lightly caught up with the happenings on the Sunny as well, which really didn't amount to anything other than my mind blanked. Nami's weapon, the Klimatak, getting turned into art now, and them finally getting connected to law. That's about
I feel
it.
like I love the fact of how all the art is like satire of real life art.
Yes.
I love that aspect of it. It's just it's a bit that feels like they're dragging it on, but like I feel like of that whole sequence, my favorite part is the fact of like they completely ignore her to talk on the phone to Law.
Yep.
As they should, honestly.
As they
She's
should.
just vibing.
Well, she's like slowly getting worked up in the back, like getting angry that they're ignoring her and her art, but not enough so to interrupt their conversation. She very politely lets them hang up with Law before she gets a little angry about it.
So during that scene, we get, because last week you were upset, up in arms about like, why doesn't anyone do anything? They're just art. And we got a small bit of explanation where her art can make things useless. Like, you know, like Brooke's sword is no longer a sword. It's a whatever the fuck he's got in his hand now. We technically don't have any type of confirmation or not about the implied effect on devil fruit users and whether or not they can use their powers and whatnot. Because you look at Chopper and you're like, all right, well, technically it hasn't nullified your power because you having gone back to just being a deer, but also you can't transform, but also your paws are now bunny rabbits, or I don't know, man. The jury's still out on this one. How do you feel?
I don't think it is. I don't think the jury's out on this one. I think this is just Oda not caring. This is just Oda going, yeah, his hooves and antlers got turned into useless things, but he can not use his power. He can use his power. I don't fucking know. No, none of them have tried. Literally none of them have tried to utilize their power. They've just accepted the fact that their weapons of choice have been turned into art and haven't tried. Now I get that a lot of Brooke's power kind of is channeled through the sword now. And also, by the way, I guess we sort of low-key got, unless I'm misremembering this, we got the name drop for his sword.
Soul Solid. He's mentioned it before.
Okay. Then if he has, then I just don't remember it. But I was like, oh, hey.
Very here and there when he brings it up.
So a lot of his power is channeled through the sword and attacks he does with the sword. But I feel like you can still kind of do that, even if it's just a toy. Like you can still use the ice power as part, even if it's just a toy, you know? And Chopper, similarly, like you can still transform. You can still be Big Chopper. Or you can still do Kung Fu. But none of them have tried yet. So there's still really no confirmation definitively one way or the other that they cannot use their devil fruits.
It's just padding for time.
Yes, definitely what it feels like. Also, Nami's Klimatok, when it got turned into the monster thing, reminded me of the chick from Hunter x Hunter with the vacuum cleaner with a mouth on it.
Oh, no.
Shizuku.
Oh, that chick looked like Velma Dinkley with the demon vacuum.
From
where the clock came from?
Yeah, when her staff got transformed, they took the artwork where the clock is like melted over.
Oh.
Like that was like, why is that on there? Like,
just because
art
reference.
Yeah, just because art reference.
Because art. All right, moving on from this, since not much happened other than we got confirmation of nothing really. Law's just having a bad time still.
Congratulations, I learned nothing.
Law's having a bad time on Green Bit still. He did make contact with Nami finally. She finally picked up his fucking phone call. And he was like, hey, I'm having a bad time. I need you to bring the boat around back and take Caesar back home. And she's like, what?
And then kaboom.
No, you don't understand the situation here. We're in danger. We're in trouble. We need you to come save us. He hung up on us. He didn't even hear us tell him we're in danger.
He asked the impossible of us and then left.
Good quote, by the way.
Outrageous. So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go. I don't know how that's gonna go. I can't tell you how little I'm looking forward to the resolution of what happens on the Sunny.
Hopefully happens next week. I'm getting tired of it.
Me too. I don't give a shit about this art person. I don't care about what she's doing to these three. I just want to move on from this.
Listen, Minecraft Chopper was cool the first time we saw it. I'm tired of it, Grandpa.
I'm over it. I'm super over it. The only thing
that's too damn bad.
Yeah, that's the problem here. That's really the problem, is that we're probably going to spend the next 4 weeks still talking about this. I'm going to fucking hate every second of it. The only thing that was like kind of neat was I noticed Barto's little, maybe not little, but his pirate flag, his Jolly Roger, quote unquote.
Mm-hmm.
The like face in the middle of it reminded me of Brooke's current art face. It was kind of funny. I don't know that surely has literally no significance whatsoever, but I noticed it and I was like, that's kind of funny.
I do want to ask you, so we get a little glimpses of Law just continually being pursued and having a bad time.
Yeah.
How do you think that's going to resolve? Like, what's going to happen to him?
Oh no, he's going to get captured.
I'm not sure. What I'm thinking is What I'm thinking is that what am I thinking of? Usopp and Robin and all of the Tontadas are going to show up there because the passageway that they mention specifically goes back through Greenbit. It goes from
there's a tunnel from their island on Greenbit to directly under the Colosseum.
Yeah, maybe not. Was it directly on the Colosseum? Yeah, it was actually.
I think it was to the tree.
No, you might be right. It might have been to the tree.
Maybe that's true. I'm forgetting. I'm second guessing myself now, but I feel like.
Also, side note.
Yeah.
Hold on. The tree. They alluded to it's like, it's never been found before by anyone else. The tree on top of the giant plateau with the sunflowers. No one's ever been able to get there. What's stopping them?
Care, interest, intrigue.
I think the other thing is that it's not as unfound as they think because in Rebecca's flashback, she's there with what is presumably her mother.
Yes.
It was just kind of funny how like the narrator brought it up as like, in a land, up on the mountain, on the plateau where it's like impossible to get there. And then here's everyone hanging out there.
Here's this fairy giving Zoro explicit instructions on how to get there.
Exactly. Or the toy.
Maybe it was like poor choice
Frankie.
of words. Where like maybe what they should have said is no one's managed to find their hideout carved out in this tree in however many years. But they just said no one can find this tree. I'm like, are you sure? I feel like this flower field is out in the open and someone can clearly see this.
It's a big fuck off tree. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's a big fucking tree in the middle of a plain. It's pretty apparent.
Yeah, I don't know about this completely unfound thing. I feel like it's completely found and people know it exists, but just don't bother because they don't know about the hidden thing underneath it.
It's like the reverse of like Christopher Columbus. It was like, Christopher Columbus discovered this. Like, he didn't discover shit. People were already there. They found it before him. This is the opposite where they're like, we haven't discovered anything. I'm like, what? Yes, we have. What?
I don't think they're actually going to the tree, by the way. Is that what Devin said earlier, like 2 seconds ago?
I think they're going to the tree
because they already have it. They already have a way to get to the tree. The Robin and the soldier, or not Robin, Frankie and the soldier went down a secret passageway in the tree. That was the next part of the narrator's speech.
The tunnel can connect.
But why? They already have a way to get up there by walking up the stairs.
Well, they're trying to do it in secrecy. Come on, man.
What do you mean secrecy? It's all underground anyway. They can still just go up the stairs to the tree. They can fly up the stairs. Foxes can run up the stairs.
I think I think you lost me. What are you saying is not happening?
Okay, so where they're flying to, where that underground passage leads to, it's not going to be the tree because Frankie and the soldier walked down into an area with the tree, didn't they?
Yes, they walked down the tree trunk, which blew my mind.
Never mind. I'm an idiot. Wrong set of people.
Okay,
right?
glad we cleared this out.
They haven't met. Okay, never mind. I am the idiot. No, it's fine. No, it's fine. I'm the idiot. Continue. No, ignore everything I said in the last minute.
We are all struggling today.
No, it's fine. In my brain, they had all already met up, and that's just not the case.
That is not the case yet. They're getting there.
We are getting there.
There's a couple more things to talk about. But, when I came into this recording thinking to myself, there's not that much to talk about. And you know what it is? That's not the case, obviously, because we have stuff to talk about. What I think the case is in reality is we no longer have 7 different plot points to talk about this week. Things are starting to finally converge, and the plot points have dwindled down from 7 to like 4.5.
2.
I'm not actually counting. Just
the majority of these episodes was just finishing the Block C fight. Then there was a light sprinkling of where is Frankie and the soldier and Robin and Usopp. I think. Oh, and the Sunny. That's it. We touch
on everybody. Fucking Sanji and Kinemon are still fucking off outside the Coliseum.
They just pop up. They're just staring at a screen somewhere else in Dressrosa. That's all.
And then yelling at themselves about not leaving.
Yeah, that means nothing. And then in the spot underneath the tree, Zoro and the blue fairy pop up.
They're watching UFC.
Yeah, they're watching Luffy's fight because they managed to make it finally. So they're not an issue anymore, but we've still got to resolve, Sanji and Kinemon have to get somewhere, wherever Usopp and company are going to land, that they've got to figure out. We got to finally end this stupid fight with the art chick. There's still stuff that needs to finish happening, but they're taking it about 2 minutes at a time right now. So who the fuck knows?
Fair enough. Moving on. So we get the conclusion of Don Chinjao versus Lucy. Lucy just punches him so hard. Watching that punch animation was really weird because I'm looking at like the angle his fist comes down in, and I'm like, all right, it's really funny that you undid the dent, but like
I was expecting an uppercut.
That's probably what it should have been, but it wasn't. But he punched down, and then apparently he punched down so hard it fucking curved his skull back up. I don't know. Yeah, some interesting arc going there.
Dude should be dead.
That too. But then again, if he's head empty up there, he's fine,
Just like squeezed the part really hard between.
It's not a fucking pimple.
No, I mean, it was exactly what it was. It basically was. It was exactly what happened. He punched the front part of Don Chinjao's head, which is like kind of where all of the excess skin, I guess, and skull was built up, and it squeezed it back up.
This doesn't make sense.
Nah, I mean, that makes that
was a lot of head.
And anatomically, it makes little to no sense. But if we're talking,
he should be dead.
Absolutely, I agree with you. He should have been. He should have been dead
after
Garb
punched him. It caved in his skull.
Yeah, Garb's punch. Like, what anatomically is there? Is it not? Is it skin? Is it bone? What is it? Cartilage? What is Don Chinjao's head actually made of?
His brain has to be located somewhere else because there's nothing up there. There's no way, man.
His brain is located in the normal position of the head. The problem is just what is the rest? What is all of the pinhead made out of? What is that made out of? It makes no sense physically, anatomically. But like in a physical sense, if you were to pinch something at its base, it could pop up and
but he did the
reform.
equivalent of punched the top of the zit and then popped it out the hole.
Yeah, I mean, originally yes, but then when they do the zoom in before it reforms, they make it look like he punched more towards the front of his head, and so thereby reforming the fucking pin. The drill, if you will, and that's sort of how they rectify it. But yes, it looks very much like a dead-on punch when they do it originally. And you would think Don Chinjao might have learned his lesson, by the way, to go for these fucking headbutts on people when he got his gamer dent in the first place. But no, he still keeps attacking with his reinforced hockey head.
It's all he knows, man. It's muscle memory.
It's not. He throws plenty of punches, and he does the spin.
But it's not his signature move. It's like, yo, I gotta finish him off. Drill, except I don't gotta drill anymore. So fucking blood force trauma.
It was like the non-dragon drill or something like that, or non-drill dragon pinch or whatever he called it.
He also mentioned how like he lost his identity when he lost his drill. So like, man's not himself, bro. He does it. He's coping, right?
But he is though. He lost his identity, but he'll still use the moves.
Because it's all he knows. He's trying to like.
Which way is it, Don Chinjao? You can't have it both ways.
He's coping, bro. He's like, I may not have my drill, but I bet I could still do whatever it is I would do with it normally. Except I can't because I have this giant family treasure buried in a fucking iceberg that can only be accessed with my drill bit head. Which I assume is like...
Which also doesn't make sense, because why the fuck wouldn't he just like leave it uncovered and then take it all?
Well, I mean, because, like we saw
and how do they reform the ice after he breaks into it?
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned with.
I'm curious about how they reform the ice.
Straight?
I don't know how they make the ice again, but...
how does the ice just form a layer over the treasure that the treasure doesn't get mixed into the ice with?
Air pockets, something or the other physics. I don't know.
I don't fucking...
That's not how air pockets work.
It's fucking bullshit. That's the bullshit that I want to know.
Well, it might... no, this wouldn't make sense. My brain was like, oh, it's just water, right? You could just freeze over it and maybe gets into the treasure. But then it was like, if you really, really tried really hard to bullshit this, you could technically say when he slams the ice so fucking hard, the pressure is so great that it changes the physical state of the water from, solid to liquid or gas.
So where did the water go?
Well, you could evaporate. It could just sink down into the crevices. No.
What?
Yeah. when he breaks open the fucking ice fucking capsule or whatever you want to fucking call it, he has to fucking use his drill bit head. So clearly he's using a tremendous amount of force to open this bitch up. And so from what I learned in chemistry about physical chemistry, if you apply enough pressure to anything, you can change its physical state of matter. So what I'm telling you here is that Don Chinjao hit this shit so hard, he changed it from a solid to, at minimum, a liquid, if not a gas. And therefore the water, that's why the ice disappears and why there's no, semblance of water or whatever.
But why is this just a pocket of nothing where the treasure gets to sit? That's the problem.
I don't know enough about physics and chemistry to answer that.
Exactly. That's my problem. I can accept the idea that he can open it up because pressure and he hits one point really hard. That makes sense. That makes physical sense. What doesn't make sense is how they stop, how it reforms just over the treasure and leaves a pocket of air where the treasure is the entire time. That part I'm like, what?
Trade secret. Yeah, I'd be part of the family to know.
I guess so.
By the way, it was me. I was thinking about it. So this is like a family inherited treasure, right? Like kept across multiple generations. Did all of Chinjao's predecessors have the same shape head to be doing this? Or like, was it something he did like during his generation where he was like, now that I've accumulated so much wealth for the family, I gotta, store it in a fucking iceberg for some reason instead of like, I don't know, a room or a vault, whatever. And he has his head and he has his technique. We don't know where his kids are that he clearly has to have grandchildren and what they look like. But apparently they're not
they don't have cone heads.
Yeah, like, are they also cone heads? Maybe they don't. I'm assuming they don't.
They haven't earned it yet.
Do you have to get gamer indented?
No.
Or undented?
Yeah, and they have some kind of weird medical procedure where once you prove yourself as a user of the 8 impact fists that you can, or it just 8 impact, then they expand the cartilage in your brain and give you the pinhead, and you become the next user of the drill, the Chinjao drill.
Is that what's going to happen to Sai?
As the fact checker,
I guess.
Please tell me that this is a reference to Coneheads.
What?
The movie Coneheads.
This is like the second movie reference you thrown at us tonight. And me and Christian have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
It's like in the 80s, 90s. It's like a very recognizable... They literally have cones for heads.
I just think of garden gnomes when I look at Don Chinjao, bro. Like, if you're asking me to dig deeper than that, I got nothing for you.
Oh, fucking A. Am I really the guy that...
I'll go to the trivia section. All I see here is that Chinjao is
don't you go to that
green
wiki, Devin.
pepper and Chinese.
Conehead.
I mean, Conehead.
You guys have never seen images of this film?
I know it exists. I never watched the movie.
I had no idea this movie ever existed, my friend.
These guys, this doesn't ring a bell?
Hold on, checking Discord.
No, I have seen this.
I have never seen this. This looks terrifying. Get this off my fucking screen. I hate whatever the fuck you just showed me.
Yeah,
they look like fucking thumbs, bro. They look like fucked up thumbs, and I hate it.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Burn it with fire. I'm glad it's forgotten by history.
Burn it with fire. Did you just find a Spanish movie poster for the fucking Coneheads? Los Caraconos?
Yeah.
You just found a Spanish movie poster.
It was the first
hate that
picture.
Name. I hate that name.
Los Caraconos.
Because cara means face, so they just call them cone faces instead of cone heads. Granted, I guess like cabeza, whatever the fuck, doesn't exactly roll off the tongue as much, but like, wow. Anyway,
can we put this behind us?
Yes, please. Also, you know what we can put in front of us instead? That time that I forgot about until looking at this wiki, where Don Chinjao said "open Chinjao" when he was opening up his vault. That was funny.
Yeah, he did do that.
Good times.
And then it was real depressing when he was slamming his gamer dent head into the ground and saying, man. Open, open, open.
That was, I felt for my man. My man lost his fucking family inheritance, his generational wealth, bro. He was like, my grandkids, how am I going to send them to college? Damn you, Garp.
That feeling when you forget your password to your Yahoo account.
IRL problem. That moment where you buy a safe and you accidentally leave your safe key in the safe.
What?
Did you do that?
No, not me, but someone I know this happened to recently. They're like, hey, guess what? I bought a new safe to like keep pouring shit in. And guess who left the key inside the safe?
Did they take it to a person to open the safe then?
I do not have this level of status update.
I'll
Just
double
that moment when you lost access to the email for your account activation.
Yeah.
We don't talk about that.
Just a vicious cycle.
What's that thing with Google where it's like the dual
two-factor authentication?
Yeah, two-factor authentication. I'm clicking in again.
Besides all that, last thing we could talk about here is actually it's two
Can we
things.
Rebecca?
Yeah, before Rebecca. So Lucy undoes the dent. We now have kind of friend Chinjao because he's now just so deeply indebted to him for giving him everything he's ever wanted back in his life. Barto's being fanboy Barto. Cavendish trying to kill Lucy. You know, the reg. Rebecca finds Lucy and then drags him off in a corner. Is like, hey, follow me. I'll take you off to a secluded corner where no one knows about or goes to. On their way to this little rendezvous point, Lucy runs into Jesus Burgess from the Blackbeard pirate crew, and Burgess is in the middle of his conversation on his Dendomushi with Blackbeard. All we hear from him is, you can't trust Aokiji, or Kuzan, but same person. I just don't remember what he called them.
I believe it said Aokiji.
And then Blackbeard's just kind of saying nonsense back to him. And they share, and Burgess is like, oh, Luffy's here. You want to talk to him, boss? He's like, huh? Mugiwara ya? Hey, I'm gonna win. Burgess over here is gonna win the tournament. We're gonna get the flame fruit. And it's gonna be like if Ace was always on our crew, like old times. And Luffy's a better person than I am. I would have said, fuck this tournament. I'm kicking your ass. Fucking talking this disrespect.
Let's be real. It's probably... Burgess is probably just, double agenting.
What do you mean double
What does that
agenting?
mean?
Like pretending to be Blackbeard's friend.
I don't think that's true.
Okay,
'Cause
I
wasn't
get what you're
Burgess
saying,
part of-
where like nobody can be trusted on that crew and they would all stab each other in the back in a heartbeat. However,
Well, Burgess is part of the original crew, though.
Burgess is not like,
Wasn't he part of Whitebeard's crew?
no,
No.
Blackbeard was
I thought
on
he was-
Whitebeard's crew.
I
Yeah.
thought Burgess was part of Whitebeard's
No.
crew.
Not even a little bit.
No, Burgess was part of his original crew, like when we first see him on Jaya, like him,
Oh.
the dead guy on the horse, the sniper.
Right.
Blackbeard's
He was
crew
part of
is
the
all
original
original
crew.
members. Never before seen. First
Oh, okay.
edition.
Never mind.
First edition.
Because for some reason I thought that Burgess was part of like the massive gang of Whitebeard's crew. That's the
No.
reason why
No.
So I misinterpreted
Blackbeard
everything's
Blackbeard did not pull anybody else from Whitebeard's crew.
right. So yeah, fuck him up.
Totally
Hindsight.
agree. So yeah, they have a little conversation. Everybody fucks off. And then we get to the end of our episodes where Rebecca takes Luffy off to some corner. They're just kind of vibing. She buys him lunch with all the remaining money she has, which apparently isn't a lot. But also, I wonder how did she even get that money? Anyway, not important. We later learn that she's taking him to like some type of like holding cell in the Colosseum, and some prisoners grab Luffy. They're like, Rebecca, do the thing. This is why you brought him over here, right? So you could take him out before the tournament, restarts or whatever. And so she hesitates because clearly she like is fond of Luffy, but she goes to take a swing at him. And then Luffy does pro gamer move, said, "Get these scrubs off me."
Luffy's too
teabags
clean
Rebecca.
with it.
Yeah, he was too clean with it. It was actually
Put
impressive.
it like that.
He's sitting on her chest, bro. Like, what do you want to call that?
But the art of teabagging is specifically about the up and down motion.
Sure, but like, I don't
And
know.
also on the face.
He's pretty damn close, man. All right, I feel like this is teabag adjacent, like by 1 degree off, honestly.
At best, yes, I can agree that it's teabag adjacent.
They really doing Rebecca dirty
Yeah.
with her armor on top
Yeah.
of the suggestive nature of everything.
Yeah.
That was this just felt wrong.
Getting dealt with, and then she's so defeated. She's like, "Do what you want with me," and he's like, "I just want to eat this food you bought me, bro."
Yeah, he's like, I'm just eating, bro. I like that the entire time he's doing that evasive maneuver thing. He's taking bites out of the bento box too.
Exactly.
That was hilarious.
So we get this scene, and then Rebecca fesses up to why she even tried. Because she was like, "Oh, aren't you angry at me or whatever?" He's like, "Nah, I didn't die. Also, you didn't have it in you. You ain't got that dog in you, bro."
Also,
I saw you
so
hesitate. I saw you hesitate.
anyone who feeds me can't possibly be that bad of a person.
Actually, though, I would feel the same way. In that moment, I was like, Luffy's a nice guy. If someone, honestly, if I was actually me, scrawny, no power, having ass Justin sitting in that room at that point, I'd be like, you know what? At least I got a good final meal. I'd be all right. She killed me. Now, when you're
Honestly,
Luffy's strength, you
that
like
whole-
say fuck that
whole
noise.
The whole exchange just reminds me of like that moment when your girlfriend tries to take a French fry from you after she said clearly
No,
said
I don't
she
want
doesn't
any.
want any.
So you do a backflip off of her, pin her arms to the ground while also sitting on her stomach so that you can't reach your food anymore. You do that all the time. That's what you do.
Well, I was just like not exactly, but like like the wrestle for your own food where you're like, no, you said no fries. You said
No,
you didn't want
see,
none.
You said you
what
weren't
I do,
hungry.
what I do is I take my plate of French fries, I toss it in the air, and while she's like confused by the fact that I would throw my food in the air, I pull a Leo from the Tontadas and I sew her arms to the fucking table, and then I grab my French fries and finish them.
Oh.
But then your French fries are fucking everywhere.
No, dude, I'm pulling a Spider-Man, bro. I'm fucking Tobey
Yeah,
Maguire
man.
in this bitch. I've got
Exactly.
perfect. No
For a sex
fries
tape.
or hitting the ground, brother. It's all
I also just want to point out that for some reason during that scene, like once Rebecca starts owning up to what she's done, they for some reason for just her switch her into Sailor Moon graphics mode. Did anyone else kind of catch this?
I don't recall. It's also I barely remember these episodes this week for some reason. So
For some reason, they switch Rebecca into this very like 90s-ish style animation. She's got that like boxed eyes, like kind of Sailor Moon look like, and that I don't know how to describe it other than like the pastel faded out look of like 90s anime. But then when it cuts to Luffy looks normal.
I'd have to
Luffy looks like
rewatch.
Luffy.
I guess I'd have to re-see that.
Yeah, it's not extremely outright, but I saw it and I was like, wait, what's happening right now? I guess because she was doing that whole crying thing and being remorseful and telling her story about why she's doing this, which is to say that which I don't think we've even mentioned at this point, but the people who are stuck there, including herself, are meant to win 1,000 matches because they spoke out against Doflamingo and the Don Quixote family. So now they're being forced to fight in the gladiator pits for their freedom to the death, which apparently wasn't a thing before the Don Quixote family came along. The gladiator pits were about entertainment without death. Now they are very much about death.
Even though currently they are about not death.
No, these are definitely
contradictive.
fights to the death, at least on paper. Are people dying? Depends on who you want to believe.
Fucking what's his face is alive.
Listen, just because no one's died doesn't mean like that's a One Piece choice. You think Doflamingo gives a fuck if anybody lives or dies in that arena? Absolutely not. He doesn't give a shit. If anything, I think he wants everybody
there's
to die.
a difference between giving a fuck about them dying versus sending in medics to pick up the bodies.
Well, those are for like, I guess, his prisoners. He's like, well, I got to keep my roster healthy, I got to give them someone to look at. Now, if they die, they die. I don't give a fuck. Well, if they ain't dying, they're on the
those
payroll.
are for the
You
ones
got
that
work to
don't
do.
become fish food.
If you weren't unlucky enough to become fish food, well, guess what? Get back to work when you're done, all right? We got a show tomorrow at 6.
X to doubt.
But yeah, essentially, they're all not glorified. They're all political prisoners. And he was like, well, I can kill you right now, or you try to fight for your lives in the Colosseum. And if you get
Or you can make
1,000
me some money.
wins, I'll let you go. So, I wonder how many wins
That's a lot of
Rebecca
W's.
has.
Probably not a lot, given the amount of money she has.
Maybe you're right. Maybe, who knows? Curious to
Buck
find out.
50.
I mean, that's pretty good. 150?
No, that's
Fine.
what she had.
Oh,
Yeah, no, like $1.50, not 150.
damn, those men's box is pretty cheap. Pretty good. All that for a
Economy's
buck.
Graham-
Graham is really underselling herself.
Clearly,
Yeah.
man. She doesn't know her value of her products. Fucking pork cutlet in the shape of a little fucking piggy. That shit was so cute, bro.
And apparently delicious.
Hell yeah.
Looked delicious anyway.
Mm-hmm. But,
Is there really anything else?
I don't think so. Anything you guys want to talk about? Something we didn't mention for you?
There's nothing really burning out of my chest for this week.
Fair enough.
It was mostly just the Don Chinjao pinhead. That's all I really had to bring to the table.
R.I.P. the gamer dent. You'll be missed.
Gamer 10 2023.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
I guess quick question I'll ask before we move on is, so Burgess brings up Aokiji really haphazardly in that conversation. Any thoughts on why Aokiji was brought up there? Because he specifically says you can't trust Aokiji to Blackbeard. So something is happening there, whatever something is.
Well, certain somebody has already spoiled that Aokiji could be working with the Blackbeard pirates.
It wasn't me, I swear.
This sounds exactly like you.
I don't know.
It sounds like you don't remember, and therefore it didn't happen.
Well, you could believe whatever you want to believe, but somebody, name shall not be known, mentioned it before. And so, I mean, the obvious thing there is that, well, Aokiji used to be an admiral on the Navy side. So naturally, they would question his motivations in working with them. It only makes sense that way in my brain.
Fair enough. Any thoughts, Devin?
No thoughts, head empty.
Fair enough. All right, moving on.
Filled with too much cone.
Next week is episodes 651 to 653. Any quotes?
I thought you were about to say episode 5 to 653. It's like,
Speed run.
Remember all that shit you caught up on? Time to do it again, but this time with extra.
So I have 2 quotes. One is from some random goon that was shit talking Luffy, and then Bartolomeo pins him against the wall, and this is when we get the whole he's a fanboy reveal instead. But when he first gets hold of this guy, the random goon goes, "Hey, what are you doing? Cut it out, you fool. I'm a noble of the kingdom of big shots."
Oh, yeah. Especially the way they spelled it in the subtitles. Beautiful.
Yeah, they spell it as one word, and it's spelled BIGGSCHOTS.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
That was great. I giggled on that one. That was
Thank
funny.
you for reminding me of that scene, because I recently found out. So in the anime, Barto is like harassing that guy, crushing him against the wall with the barrier fruit. Yeets him when he's done with him. During that scene,
Wait,
he pulls out his tongue,
No.
threatening to stab him with a knife. That doesn't happen in the anime. In the manga, he stabs the guy's tongue.
Oh, that's way better. Why didn't we get that? I want that.
Absolutely nuts.
yeah.
He
Absolutely
only
nuts.
threatens to do it. He goes, "Is this the tongue you use to shit talk?" Oh, and he calls him senpai. He calls him
Yes.
Luffy senpai too. That was fucking great.
Also, another difference. Barto's way more violent in the manga. I don't know why they censor him so much in the anime. Fucking shame. In that flashback for the Loketown shit, one of his goons asks him what they should do with whatever. I think they said they found some Navy personnel or something like that. Whatever they found washed up on the sea. Barto says just throw them in the ocean. From what I believe I remember reading, Barto says to throw their fingers away. So contextually, I'm assuming this motherfucker chopped up these people's fingers, and then I guess his goon was like, "So what do you do with these fingers, boss?" He's like, "Just fucking throw them out. I don't give a shit." Barto is crazy.
He's literally called Bartolomeo the Cannibal. He at least has eaten people.
He doesn't like chicken fingers.
He's more of a people fingers kind of guy. Although speaking of chicken fingers,
he doesn't like people fingers. He threw them away. He doesn't want them. He only wants them thighs.
oh,
That's where all the meat
he's a
is.
thighs guy. To be fair, I am too.
Thighs, the chicken breast, the
I'm down for some
other
ribs.
stuff. The rump roast.
Yeah.
Any other quotes?
My other quote is from Lucy in the middle of the fight with Don Chinjao, because Don Chinjao has done nothing but complain about how Garp did this to him, and after telling the whole story, he's like, "Yeah, Garp punched me and I lost my drill." And then Luffy goes, "Stop whining over one punch. I can't count how many times I got punched by him."
Beautiful, glorious, amazing.
That cracked me up. Luffy being like, I got punched on the fucking regular. What kind of fucking whiny baby are you? Yeah, but one time. And I got a life grudge because I got punched by Garp.
I should have
Fuck
brain
you.
damage. Look at you. You're fine.
I'm pretty sure he does have brain damage.
That is, jury's out on that one.
Those are my quotes.
Fair enough.
I guess to piggyback off of that, there was the part where it's he's like, "You don't know about it?" He's like, "No, you haven't explained anything." And then he's like, "Well, would you like to know?" And he goes, "Not particularly." And he goes, "Well,
Yeah,
I'm
that
going to
was
tell you the
good.
backstory anyway."
That was really
Well, I'm
good.
about to tell you anyway.
I'm a monologue.
That was a good scene. Anything else?
He's talking to you, Devin.
I'm going to quote the spit from when Luffy spits on his hands quickly to catch the blade of Cavendish.
Thank you for reminding me of that scene. That was really cool.
Sure.
What the fuck is that? What do you mean quote the spit?
I don't know. What kind of animal? What's wrong with you?
Lots of things.
Well, that's true.
It's just the thing that's stuck in my head. It's the
Right.
Okay. My only quote here is keeping up with Don Chinjao. I'm assuming it's either like before or right after the backstory. He just says, "I'm frustrated, disappointed, and sad." And boy, if that isn't a fucking mood, bro, I don't know what is. Shout out to Don Chinjao, bro. And that's all my quotes here.
My boy just needs a hug.
He's got
and
his gamer dent back, and now he's out here. He wants to show. Yeah, sorry, undented. My bad. He now wants. He wants to show Lucy all his love and affection. He's like, he's.
Could you imagine at some point in this arc, somebody dents him again? if somebody doesn't re-dent Don Chinjao,
I think I would cry. I'm like, there's no.
That would be outstanding, dude. He finally caught a taste of paradise once more, only to get re-dented by some passerby.
You gave him a chance to access his generational wealth and immediately took it away. Come on, man.
Yep.
I'm more disappointed that it wasn't a karate chop
From Luffy or
that did the
Garp?
dent.
From
That
Garp.
did the dent. Yeah.
I guess it's fair.
That's fair.
I feel like the just like the way the mold on his gamer dent, it should
Yeah.
have been a karate chop.
Yeah. Although I also didn't expect his head to be so pinned.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be so prominent.
Yeah.
I was expecting just like a round top, not a cone.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to go to such a fine point. I imagined maybe another, half a foot or something that led to a mostly point, kind of Patrick Star-esque. But he gets to like a ballpoint pen tip up there. It's wild.
Do you think Don Chinjao is related to Pinhead Larry?
I mean, they have to be, right?
Have to be. The head like that?
I'm Dirty Dan.
No, I'm Dirty Dan.
And now I just want to see SpongeBob put the dent in his head.
That guy has a mean karate chop. Hell yeah.
No, yeah, I was gonna say they get karate chopped all the time, and they get that dent in them. Patrick Star, I'm sure, has ended up with a dent like that at some point. And we all know SpongeBob knows karate, so we can make this happen. Don Chinjao Patrick.
That's awesome. Moving on to Golden Ham. Who are we feeling this week?
I want to give it to Lucy for undenting Don Chinjao.
I'm in the same boat.
I respect that energy. I'm in a similar boat. I just want to give it to Don Chinjao because he made me feel things. Don Chinjao was the most emotionally invested I've been in a while.
I can feel that, but the only reason he was able to feel such elation is because of Lucy.
That is fair. I'm not mad about this. I don't know. Something about just looking at our episode in like a week or two from now and just seeing that beautiful pinhead as their thumbnail.
I also just like the dichotomy of this week and last week because, Devin, last week we gave the golden ham to Garp for denting Don Chinjao. And now we're going to give it to Lucy for undenting Don Chinjao.
This is storytelling. This is fucking thinking 2 steps ahead. Christian's metagaming this shit. You can't convince me otherwise. And I'm supporting it. This is great. Piece. I think we're unanimously voting for Lucy here. This is beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Easiest shit of my life.
Easiest shit of my life.
Moving on to fan mail. I chose to read 2 this week. The first one is pretty quick and short, despite the question. And then the second one, I'm just excited to read about. So starting off, we have an email from our listener here, Luke. Luke writes, "Hey all, Luke from Maine here. Long time listener. You may dox. And my question for you all here is, would you consider ever making a YouTube channel? That's just how I find a lot of great One Piece content. I think you guys would really slay." And to answer your question really quick, Luke, in terms of making video content, like there's an actual visual component that matters. We've tossed around the idea. We just don't have like time or energy,
the logistics
to really commit to it. If chips fell in the right order, I think we would probably look into it. Something we are working on is Gabriel informed us a little while ago that YouTube is working on, I think, making its own RSS feed or allowing its service to be integrated with RSS feed providers, where essentially we would be able to put our podcast on YouTube. It would just be, the thumbnail probably just playing like visually in the background. You just hear the audio. But if you or anybody else out there prefers YouTube as the content platform for anything, this might be for you. We don't have a timeline for that. We're still working on it. I don't know if YouTube's rolled out that feature yet, but we're on the lookout for it. We are very much looking into it intently to put ourselves on that platform too. So, Luke or anybody else out there, maybe that is a worthwhile substitute that hopefully happens soon. I don't know if you two want to pitch in there.
Now, question for the question.
Mm-hmm.
Just for my clarity, was he specifically asking about like One Piece content, or just do we have stuff on YouTube? Because we got stuff on YouTube.
I think it's implied that we would make a YouTube channel like for this content specifically. But
okay.
That is me guessing and assuming something. The question is, I guess, a little more open if you want to answer it in a particular way.
Right. Yeah. Because like again, like I've made YouTube videos of just our shenanigans on the internet, and if there's interest in it, I'm willing to download OBS again and start editing films again.
It's a dangerous can of worms you're opening up there.
Yeah, but I'll do it. If that's what the people want. Oh, yeah, do it.
You better get that censor sound bit ready. You're going to be using that a lot.
Or even streaming. I've always been interested in trying streaming, but it's more of like, I don't know what you guys want to watch.
Well, you play League, and lots of people play League.
Nobody wants to watch me feed.
I think watching a guy 1v9 in Korean solo queue gets boring after a while. Watching a guy who's relatable to me and feeding his brains out, that's content.
Well, that's the age-old thing. So you have to make it fun for people to watch you. Just feeding is boring. You have to make it fun somehow.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
Because that's like on streaming, you either have to be really good at the thing you're doing, generally speaking, or you have to be really entertaining at the thing you're doing. There's not much in between.
I believe in Devin.
But
I believe in the dream.
With enough hard work and determination
and lack of brain cells
and about 7 years of work ahead of time, you too can become Strammer.
Just
I had a stroke when you said that.
It. I have no idea.
I hate you. You said Strammer, and my brain was, what does grammar have to do with this? Wait, that wasn't a G. What did he say?
Moving on to the next question.
If that's what people want, I'll give it to them, but I don't know what they want. So send me what you want.
Christian, you got any thoughts about
do it, dude.
YouTube channel?
It's been a thing that we've always kind of tossed around, like you said, but the only thing we could have really done with it is just upload our podcasts again onto a YouTube channel for anyone who just prefers to listen there, because there is no integrated RSS feed as far as we can utilize. So
not yet. We're working on it.
That was the only conversation we ever threw around, was just re-uploading it again onto YouTube with some sort of visual that we just threw on there, but there would be no moving parts to it. It would just be as simple as our 1.5 hour podcast played on YouTube with a picture of, I don't know, our usual thumbnail maybe. And that's about it.
Christian, I can remember the videos I used to make of like our Discord conversations with like the pictures and shit.
Yeah.
I could do that with it, but that would take so much time.
That takes a lot of effort though.
And you barely watch these episodes.
That would be something that needs to be recorded while we record, so that it's not just a headache. You would have to go through and for an hour and a half, take a profile picture and listen to what we're saying and do mimic the little green light up that Discord does the entire time. And that's a pain in the ass for no reward, basically.
It's
so
doable,
yes,
though.
that is the extent of our thoughts on a YouTube channel for this podcast.
Thank you, Luke, for the email. Moving on to our second email here from Nahi, a recent member of our Discord server. Nahi writes, "Hi, Nahi here. Finally decided to I'm having a stroke. Finally decided to send out fan mail. I love the podcast, One Piece of the Lime. I'm currently caught up on the One Piece anime, but have not read the manga. Convinced my boyfriend Luke, who I believe is a different person than one we just read an email from.
Interesting. That'd be
Luke,
funny though, right?
Dragon Ball is the best anime fan. So he finally watched One Piece with me because I said One Piece is better than Dragon Ball. He pushed through the episodes of One Piece, falling asleep a lot and having to rewind, while I nostalgically rewatch and listen to your podcast along with the episodes. He actually grew hooked onto One Piece, but only after the first 350 episodes or so. I looked into that. That's around Thriller Bark. One, good on your boyfriend for willing to stick it out that long. I'm glad he likes it. Also, it took you all the way to Thriller Bark to like the series? That's nuts to me. But anyway.
That's fair.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we've got a resident Devin here that just started liking One Piece 2 weeks ago.
Devin is a very, very, very special case.
Yeah, but if there's one Devin, there can be many out there.
I hope not, for the love of all that's good in
There's
this
a
world.
lot of me out there.
There are lots of Devins out there.
That is, anyway.
I'm just glad that your boyfriend got into it about in half the time as Devin.
Good on
Is
you.
it really half the time?
Yeah, they're at about 350. You started liking it last week at like 6 something.
As of
Was it
today, I've
350?
recently caught up to the podcast. It is really
Thriller
entertaining
Bark
to
was
hear the
forever
varied
ago.
opinions and theories y'all make. Love it when you're all on it, I know.
Don't we all?
Unfortunately, I'm
Yeah.
progressing through the anime a lot faster than your podcast episodes are coming out now. I hope you'll continue this shit until One Piece ends. That is the goal. That is the dream.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Mhm.
I guess I'll ask a question out of curiosity. Who is in your top 5 favorite characters of One Piece as of now? And while you two think about that in the corner. Nahi writes, for me, first is Luffy. I actually like the Dum Dum. Then it's Zoro, Law, Bartolomeo, and Buggy. Interesting top 5. I'm positive that all your answers will be totally different from mine. Thanks for taking time to read this, and I'll catch you all in the Discord where your other crazy, awesome fans lurk. Thank you, Nahi, for the lovely email. I can go first real quick, but I do have a caveat. 2 people on my top 5 One Piece character list are characters you have not met. Permission to name them.
Tread
No.
lightly.
I think Christian knows one because I feel like I randomly named this character to you. I don't know if it was on recording or not.
No.
Is it Sabo because Sabo's alive?
No.
You can say his name if that's the case.
Sabo's dead, bro. Like the episode that came out, I guess last week. Fucking Brendan
Wake
told
up,
you.
sheeple. Sabo's alive.
Brendan told you already. No matter what we say, you're not going to believe us, but you're going to be so disappointed when Sabo is confirmed dead. Or I can't even say confirmed because we saw it. It's already confirmed. I don't know how to confirm it even extra
No,
for
you
you.
can't say
No, we need to see a
confirmed because he's
corpse.
not dead.
God damn you, bro. He's dead. But moving on.
Homie's alive.
So can I say
I
2
love
names
this.
that mean nothing to you people? Yes or no?
No.
Sure.
Now.
Beautiful. I'm taking the end. So top 5.
Damn it.
Starting from the top, Zoro, then Law, but those 2 kind of flip-flop back and forth depending on what's happening in anime or manga. Then for my number 3, I'm thinking it's Jinbei. I really like Jinbei. It could be Luffy. I don't know. But I feel like for Luffy, it's more of a recency bias stuff. Because I like Luffy. Luffy as a character is cool. And I like the things he does in the show, in the series. But him as a character isn't ever really one of my favorite. Although he does have a lot of my favorite moments. It's really weird. I guess I'm just one of those weirdos who doesn't like the main character because he's the main character. I don't know. Maybe I'm a hater. But Jinbei's really cool. I started to really grow fond of him through the rewatch and other stuff. He's a cool character. I really like Fishman, bro. My number 4 is a character named King. That man is beautiful. That is all I'll say. And my number 5 is a character named Yamato, who is also beautiful. And that was all I'll say.
I guess I can go next.
All right.
Number 1, Laboon, baby. Laboon. Then after that, my boy Crocodile.
Nice.
Mhm,
Love that man. Ivankov.
mhm, mhm.
I really do enjoy Don Quixote.
Nice.
Ooh.
Making top 5 already.
I'm
We're
really-
not even like hitting his stride yet.
No, that he on fleek.
That's fair.
That was 4, right?
Yeah.
I lost
Yeah.
count. 5. Kung Fu Dugongs.
Fair enough.
That is fair. I like it.
And then 6 is Momu.
Momu. Poor Momu. No representation in the live action.
Nope.
Heresy.
Heresy.
So I'm gonna say I'm gonna put number 1. Gotta be my girl Robin.
Of course.
Please step on me. Number 2, I still really, and even though he hasn't gotten much spotlight in the last little bit of while, I still really like my boy Brooke, my little bony boy. Number 3 through 5 is, I guess, where it gets a little more fuzzy. I want to say, it's kind of tough. I want to put Kaku up here on this list, but I don't know that he's my number 3 necessarily. But I did really enjoy my time with Kaku during that whole arc. It was he's unironically, pasta machine bit aside, Kaku was a really cool dude and probably my favorite CP9 member, along with Paulie. Or sorry, Paulie wasn't CP9. I meant Galila, along with Paulie. So I guess I'll just put him at number 3 for lack of forethought. Number 4, I am gonna put Luffy on this list though, because I do enjoy Luffy as a protagonist in this show. I can get behind the journey that Luffy has gone through this entire time way more than just about any shonen protagonist out there, at least of like the big name shonens anyway. Like more recently, obviously Luffy has had a lot more episode time to develop, but even so, I would say that he's gone through a lot more interesting twists and turns in his journey than just about anybody else. Number 5.
I think you just made Luffy my solid number 3. I like Jinbei, but I'm thinking about it right now. I'm like, especially just recent stuff in the anime and manga. I'm like, Luffy has just been such a really compelling character. That dude made me cry like 2 weeks ago.
Number 5. I suppose. You know, maybe it might just be the recency bias talking and I'm being put on the spot for a top 5 character list, but I'm going to have to agree that Doflamingo is on the list also.
Yeah, baby. Let's go.
Doflamingo has been sort of this background villain up to this point, but you've kind of already seen the potential for like how villainous he can be this entire time. And now that we're kind of here, I'm excited to really figure out and delve into who this Doflamingo character is now.
God, you do not understand how happy I am to hear you two say this. You are in for such a fucking treat throughout this arc, man.
If I had more time to come up with this list, Doflamingo might not make it, but I'm gonna say that I'm gonna keep him there for right now, just because as of this moment, he's one of the characters that interests me the most, just because we know little to nothing about him. And it feels like it's going to be good.
I am so excited for the end of the arc after we go through everything, because I want to turn to Devin at the end and be like, does Doflamingo be Crocodile for you at the end of this arc? That's what I'm looking forward to. I don't know if he'll say yes, but I think he'll actually you have to put some serious thought and honesty into that answer when I do.
It's the high prospect.
Well, with that out of the way, thank you for the emails, Luke and Nahi.
Thank you very much for both of your emails.
Yes,
they were lovely.
Patreon shout outs to Twigo and Easy Life. Thank you for being our producers and financial backbones for what we do here. So we can do awesome stuff like read these beautiful emails and do anything with the show at all, honestly. If you haven't checked our Discord message already and you're somehow hearing the message through here instead,
two weeks
it is
later.
Now a new month. Yeah, 2 weeks later. It's now a new month. We require new movies. I believe both of their movie requests have been published already, right?
That is correct.
Correct. Cool. We got Shaun of the Dead and what was the other one? Morbius? Yeah?
It was.
Yeah, so check those out on Panda View, our other podcasts that we do, in case you somehow don't know about it by now. But moving on to our recently rebranded Garb Gab. I love it. Thank you. I can't remember. Tanish, thank you, Tanish, for what you've done for us. I love it. Garb Gab just tickles the shit in the back of my brain so good. I laugh every time. So who's got the Garb Gab?
Garb Gab.
I've got the gift of Garb Gab.
Are we making him pull it?
Sorry, my brain's currently stuck on Magic Carp, but with Garb's face going Garb Gab, Garb Gab.
Garb Gab.
What?
Panda, if you're listening to this, I have a commission for you.
Oh, sorry, commission's closed. Holiday season.
You know, fair enough. I'll try again next year. So
anyway.
I guess I got the Garb Gab this week.
This year.
Oh, Jesus.
You're going to hold it for a whole year? Thanks, buddy.
Hold on. I'm holding it until January, all right? Calm down.
Nope. Contract sealed.
What do you mean? There's no... What? Hello?
You signed it with your words.
That's
you signed it with your gab.
Works. All right, who's digging into the bag?
All right,
You're the one with the bag now.
Well, he has the bag, but I'll reach in. I feel like it's been a while since I actually reached into the bag. I'll do it. So I'm gonna look directly into your eyes sensually as I reach into this bag.
You're like your hand is gently grazing against my body through the bag, and I'm a little comfortable. I like the velvety texture of the bag, but like really don't necessarily appreciate you rubbing up and down my leg like that.
And I'm gonna pull out. Is this a candle? Did you you put candles in here because you knew I would sensually look into your eyes and we'd have this moment together?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I actually put the candles in.
Hey Google, dim the lights and turn on the red ones. So this candle, as it says, you even chose some. I even ended up with a very sensual garb gab this week. We're doing haikus.
I've been set up.
Yeah, sensual.
Well, at their core, haikus can be sensual. I have a feeling that none of our 3 haikus may end up sensual or romantic, but
Sensual
here we are.
Seduction.
So I guess I can go first
Sure, why not?
because I goofed because again I had to watch last week's episodes on this one, so I mixed up what we should be putting in the haiku, and by the time I used all 2% of my brain to write this, I realized this covered last week's.
I'm not
But
gonna
I'm still
penalize
gonna
you
do
for
it.
it. It's whatever. It's all One
Oh
Piece
God,
content.
the truth hurts. The secret to the island. Puppets are people.
Puppets are people. Justice for puppets.
Puppets
That's
are people too.
That's a Soylent Green reference for those that don't know.
Yeah, I bet
Puppets are people.
literally nobody.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
you,
Got that reference.
it's an old reference.
if anyone out there knows what the fuck Soylent Green is, and I mean like the movie reference, not just like that product that existed in like 90s and early 2000s as like some type of like meat placement or dairy replacement. I don't remember. If you even know what the fuck we're saying right now, let us know.
To the movie.
Anyway, thank you for your beautiful
Soylent
IQ,
Green
my
is
man.
people.
I'll go next because mine is going to be really mid and it should be in the middle.
Nice.
Before this podcast, I was sound asleep, dreaming. Oh, booby morning.
What?
Oh.
For those who did not catch my reference, in episode 648,
God damn it.
this fucking Tontada Chief Gancho just spawns out of Robin's cleavage. Usopp rightfully upset, representing all of my anger for this unnecessary fucking fan service scene. Robin is just letting it happen. Like, I don't know how you aren't irate by that, but whatever. Could it be me? And the fucking chief pops out and he's like, oh, booby morning. And what I hate most about this scene was how hard I fucking laughed at that second grade level of fucking humor. Because apparently I'm mentally not past the first grade because I laughed my fucking ass off.
You're no better than the 14-year-olds this show is aimed at.
No, I'm not. I am man-child. Clearly. That is my
to be
haiku.
Start your haiku over again because that took me by I want him to start his haiku over again because that took me by surprise.
The first 2 lines of the haiku mean next to nothing.
Actually,
It's all for the reference at the end.
oh,
He just
booby
talked about
morning.
being asleep.
That's all
But
you need to
anyway,
hear. That's all that matters.
moving on from that.
Yes.
Garp taketh away. One head drill to pierce the ice. Lucy giveth back.
Yeah, that's hot. Snaps for that one.
Thank you. I was pretty happy with it.
And with
But
that,
we've done it.
you've done it. And now,
Once
Devin,
more.
it's time for you to do it too.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Panda Sightings. You can send us lovely emails and questions at pandasightings@gmail.com. If you want to financially support us, there's a little link below with all the little fun stuff in it, like our Discord channel, our Patreon, our merch stuff, Redbubble, I believe. There's a lot of shit down there. I don't know. It's a vast network. You should probably go in there and click on it. Fuck.
I like
Is
that.
there anything
I
else?
like calling it a vast network. That was kind of nice. I don't know why.
I'm trying to remember. Is there anything else I'm supposed to plug?
I don't think so. I think you got them all.
I got too many outlets.
Yeah, they're just growing by the day, honestly.
It's like one of those like power surge protectors that just keeps growing.
You just keep plugging shit into it.
Fuck.
Yeah.
At some
And
point,
eventually it's just going to start an electrical fire.
yeah, you
Because I bought
plug
it
in
from
another
Five
power
Below.
block
Yep.
into the power surge block.
Yeah. That gives you infinite power, right? You just plug
Yeah,
the
it's like the
surge
Ouroboros. If you plug it into itself, it's just generating free power.
Unlimited power.
Unlimited power.
Do it. Subscribe. Do it. Fund us. Do it. Buy our stickers at redbubble.com/Patreon. Do it.
Yeah, you purchase a Chef's pickled leg
Hell yeah.
and just put it on your water bottle and show me.
Ooh.
Do it.
Anyway, that's it.
Thank you for listening.
Goodbye. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here.
And thank you for flying with Tontada Airlines.
And I hope you had. Wait, when does this come out? I don't know. Merry Christmas.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Merry
Merry
think
Chrysler.
this
You know, by the
one-
time this comes out, not Kwanzaa, excuse me. What's the other holiday? Hanukkah. Hanukkah would have
Festivus.
ended. So happy Hanukkah to all you celebrate.
I think there's one more week. But I think this comes out the 14th. But happy holidays
I think It
anyway.
ends the 14th or 16th.
I'll say it again next week too. But I'm
Hell
saying
yeah.
it now just in case. I'm dumb, which is true.
He's dumb and I'm done. Goodbye.
And the plane's
Oh,
on
that's a good one.
fire.
Wait, nah.